Hi Noodle Squad! Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing green. Are you? This week is Bookish Week, and I decided to also do the ultimate book tag like Nicole did because it looked like fun. So let's get started. I have the questions on my phone. Look how pretty my phone case is. So I'm just gonna get to it. What are you reading right now? I'm currently reading Wives and Daughters by Elizabeth Gaskell, which is the book that we're doing for our adaptation web series. So yeah, it's taking me a really long time to get through it. Hopefully when I go home on the train on Thursday, I can get some good reading in. Do you have any idea what you'll read when you're done with that? Actually, no, I really don't. I have a ton of books on my to-read list, and I don't have very many of them here with me, so I'm not really sure. I guess I'll have to either buy something new or grab something off my bookshelf from home. What 5 books have you always wanted to read but haven't gotten around to? The first one is Wuthering Heights, which I actually have that on my bookshelf, so that might be the next book that I read after Wives and Daughters. What else? Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. Anything by Virginia Woolf. There's still a couple Jane Austen books that I want to read. What else? I'm just at a loss here. Oh yeah, The Scarlet Letter. Never got to read that one. And Dracula. There's like a bazillion. Mostly they're classics, because I like classics in theory, but I can't read too many of them in a row. I get kind of bored, so yeah. What magazines do you have in your bathroom or lounge right now? I don't really read magazines that much. I think I have an old copy of 17 somewhere in my drawer. But yeah, especially at college, I don't really have any magazines. Although I do want to subscribe to Frankie magazine, so hopefully soon that will be the magazine I have. What's the worst book you've ever read? I'm never quite sure what to answer for these. I always kind of like want to put them out of my mind. I feel like I have something. Okay, hold on, let me check my Goodreads. Okay, so for my Goodreads, the last book I can think of that I read that was really bad is The Particular Sadness of Lemon Cake, where it sounded really good. It was about this girl who can taste people's emotions in the food that they cook, but it just got too weird for me around the middle when her brother turns into a chair, and it just freaked me out. So yeah, that's the worst book that I've read. I'm sure there's been other really bad ones and worse ones, but that's one I can think of right now. What book seems really popular but you just didn't like it? Actually, it's The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I think probably why I didn't like it is I read it at a weird time, and I just don't know. It was a very sad book and very heavy, and I just was not in the mood for something like that, so I just didn't enjoy it personally. What's the one book you always recommend to just about anybody? It kind of depends on the person and what I know they like. I have like a different book for each genre. The one I probably recommended to the most of my friends is Anna and the French Kiss, but just in general, I would always go with Jane Eyre, also The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, Fault in Our Stars, those. I have a million though. Harry Potter, always Harry Potter. What are your 3 favorite poems? Off the top of my head, I can only think of 2 right now, and that is The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock by T.S. Eliot. I love that poem to bits. And the other one, I think it's just titled Maggie and Millie and Molly and May by E.E. Cummings, and it's about the ocean. And I could probably recite it from memory if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to try right now. But yeah, you should look those up because I like them both. And I'm sure excuse me, my voice is dying. It's finals week. I'm going crazy. I'm sure there's more, but off the top of my head, that's it. Where do you get your books? I used to get almost all of my books from the local library, but now that I'm in college, I get them on Amazon. When you were little, did you have any particular reading habits? I used to read really late at night, like I would not be able to stop reading to go to sleep, which bothered my sister because we used to share a room, but yeah, I would read by flashlight really late at night. What's the last thing you stayed up half the night reading because it was so good that you couldn't put it down? I haven't had any books like that recently. I've been kind of in a reading slump, haven't really gotten that many good ones to read. But the last one that I theoretically would have stayed up for is To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han, but I read it during the daytime, so I didn't actually stay up late. Have you ever faked reading a book? No, I have never done that, and I never will. I've read every book that's been assigned to me in school. I don't believe in SparkNotes. Have you ever bought a book just because you liked the cover? Yes, I have, although it doesn't always work out. One example that I can think of is A Little Something Different. I can't remember who wrote it, but it's a pink book with like a tree on it, and it wasn't very good. It probably could have gone under the worst books I've read category, but yeah, the cover is beautiful. What was your favorite book when you were a child? The entire Harry Potter series. Yeah, I was obsessed with those. It started out with my dad reading them to me, and then one time I just got so fed up with having to wait for him to read me the next installment that I just started reading it by myself. And yeah, so those are my love forever. But also Ella Enchanted, that was one of my favorites. I've read it so many times. My copy's so worn, but yeah, I love that book. What book changed your life? I'm gonna have to go with Harry Potter again, all of them. Who are your top 5 favorite authors? Maggie Stiefvater, Rainbow Rowell, Stephanie Perkins, J.K. Rowling, and I don't know. There's too many. I can't pick. um, Marcus Zusak, I think. I don't know. There's so many good authors out there. What book has no one heard about, but they should definitely read? The Kiki Strike series by, I think her name is Kirsten Miller. Those books are so good. They're like middle grade books, but they're amazing. They're about underground cities and adventure and delinquent Girl Scouts, and they're just the best. What is your favorite classic book? Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. No surprise there. Alright, so that's it for the Ultimate Book Tag. I also skipped some questions, although I chose to skip maybe different ones than Nicole did. But yes, that's it. I will be getting back to studying for my finals now, so I hope you guys all have a great week. My spring break starts on Thursday, pretty much. That's when I get to go home. I'll be traveling all day Thursday. So yeah, hopefully I'll see some of you really soon. So yes, bye!